Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Can I Help You Cook? We are super excited that you are joining us today. So tell us, where are you from? Before we get started, I'd like to introduce my helper for today, and I think she'll be joining us every Saturday. Ooh. All right, would you like to tell them your name?
Taya.
So this is Taya, this is my daughter, and she was my inspiration behind Can I Help You Cook? Would you like to tell them the story of how we got started with Can I Help You Cook? Do you remember? Okay, so when she was a little girl, one morning I was cooking breakfast on a snow day, and she came in the kitchen, and do you remember what you asked me when you came in the kitchen?
Can I help you cook?
She asked me if she could help me cook. And just like that, the words came to me. I went and wrote them down, and we published our very first book, Can I Help You Cook? And we have something else that we'd like to introduce today. So, Taya, if you'd like to step back, or actually, I will position the camera so that it will show you. All right, so what are you wearing today? So she has on her Can I Help You Cook apron today. And I know you may want your child to have their very own Can I Help You Cook apron. So we are introducing the Can I Help You Cook box. So Taya, you want to get the box and present what's in it? So if you would turn and tell everyone what they would get if they purchase the box.
Can I Help You Cook book? 2 of them.
So you'll get Can I Help You Cook? Can you show it to the camera? So you'll get Can I Help You Cook? Can I Help You Cook 2? And then, in addition to the book, you will get a chef hat like Taya's. You'll also get
an apron.
A Can I Help You Cook apron. And then you will get some cooking utensils that you can use to help your parent cook. So we're going to put these away, and then we're going to get started with what we're making today. And we're super excited. This is going to be a fun episode. Sorry, we're having a few technical difficulties today, but nonetheless, it's going to be a great day. So today we will be making. You want to tell them what we're going to make? Or do you want me to tell them?
Baked chicken.
So we're going to make baked chicken. We're also going to make mashed potato casserole. We're going to make broccoli. And then one of the very first things that Taya ever helped me cook. What was that, Taya? Do you remember what you helped me cook when you were a little girl?
No.
The very first thing you helped me cook. You remember. We made some
cornbread.
We made cornbread. So today we're going to make our buttermilk cornbread. So we're going to start off first by making our baked chicken. So we have already washed our chicken, and we're going to put the chicken in the pan. So Taya, if you would like to get the chicken.
I gotta touch it.
You don't want to touch it?
I guess so. I did before Grandma.
All right, so you're going to get some chicken, and we're going to put it in the, you know what, we're going to use a larger pan. So we love our aluminum pans because we can just throw them away. And another thing that we're going to do today, usually I post the ingredients that you'll need when you're cooking, but I'm going to put the ingredients in the comment section today. So we're going to put our chicken in the pan. Oh my goodness, it's just chicken. After you put it in the pan, you can wash your hands and you'll be fine. All right, so we have chicken breast. Is what we're using today. I know the last few weeks when I made chicken, we have made we've used. Go ahead and wash your hands if you want to. If you don't want to. So she doesn't like the feel of the chicken. So she's going to go ahead and wash her hands. So we're going to use chicken breast, and on those chicken breasts, we're going to go ahead and add our seasoning. So let me wash my hands off real quick too.
Get a towel.
Right here, girl. This is different having a helper in the kitchen, but it's a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to sprinkle our seasonings on our chicken, and I'm going to let Taya grab. I'm going to let her sprinkle the seasonings that we're going to use. So we're going to use some Goya. We're going to use Old Bay. We love our Old Bay. And we will use some garlic and herb seasoning today. We'll do that first. So Taya, if you want to go ahead and sprinkle the chicken.
So are you going to tell them to stop?
Yeah, I'll take one stop. All right, so go ahead and sprinkle all over. You want to make sure it's seasoned really good.
No.
You got to lift. Okay, now do it.
Oh.
And sprinkle all over. Okay, that's enough of that one. All right, and then.
That's okay.
There you go. All right, then here, grab the Goya and sprinkle that around. Like just sprinkle it all. Let me help you get the hang of how much to shake. All right, and then we're gonna put some Old Bay.
That's hard.
Let's do it like that. And sprinkle. So I've said this many times before. The key to good meat is making sure it is seasoned. So we have our seasoning on our chicken, and the next thing we're going to put on top of our chicken, this is the secret to our chicken, is cream of chicken soup. Oh, and I'm going all the wrong way with the camera, y'all. We're having all kinds of technical difficulties. But we're going to put, I got 4 cans of cream of chicken soup to go on here. So we're going to put the cream of chicken soup on, and we're going to spread it around. And then we'll put a little bit of water in the pan. and bake this on 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour. So Taya, if you want to go ahead and put that on. Dump it. It's gonna come out in the vlog.
It's okay. Jolly-O.
That's how the consistency. All right, so put this like in the middle. All right, I'm gonna put that on that side.
I broke myself with it.
And then we're gonna spread this around, and then we're gonna add another can. And right now, Food Line has cream of chicken soup, 4 for $5, just in case you need some for something.
Didn't I have some before?
You had it on this chicken before when I made it, and then I put cream of chicken soup in my I put cream of chicken soup in.
I had it by itself because I didn't have any chicken noodle soup.
Oh, and then I put it in my chicken pie.
It's pretty good.
Mhm. And we're gonna do one more can just to make sure all of the chicken has the cream of chicken soup on top of it.
Can I do it?
Can you what?
Pour it.
Yeah. All right. Dump it in.
The middle?
Wherever. Just dump it and we'll spread it. All right. So then we're gonna spread it around.
There's a lot in the middle.
Yes. Okay.
It's layered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we layered the chicken, the seasonings, and then on top of this, I'm going to add a little more seasonings. I'm going to put some Lowry seasoning salt on top. All right, so if you're watching at home, this is what it's going to look like before I put it in the oven. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of water in here and add some foil and then put it in the oven. So,
how much water?
Well, we're just going to put not even a whole can in here. We're just going to do like half a can of water. And we're going to pour it in.
Is that what you usually do?
Yes, this is what I usually do.
Oh.
So the great thing, the funny thing, I've been cooking since I was 8 years old, which is the age that Taya is now. And she's going to learn how to cook too. Just like her mommy, she's going to be an amazing chef, right, Taya? She's going to be able to cook just like I know how to cook. So now we're going to take the foil and we're going to put it on top of. We're going to cover I was going to say macaroni and cheese. We're not even making macaroni and cheese today. But if you want some banging macaroni and cheese, and you look in my Can I Help You cookbook, it's in there. And it's the best macaroni and cheese ever. I'm not just pulling your leg. It really is. So we're going to cover our pan with foil, and then we're going to put it in the oven, and we're going to bake this for about an hour, about 45 minutes to an hour until it is done and tender. So excuse me, ma'am.
So does that mean an hour?
Huh?
So that means an hour.
Yeah, about an hour. All right, so we're going to put that in there. And then we're going to throw our cans away. And then we're going to move on to our mashed potato casserole. Now, I'm super excited about this mashed potato casserole because it has 3 of my favorite ingredients in it. Do you want to guess what 3 of my favorite foods are?
Cheese.
Cheese is one. What else?
Buttermilk.
Well, it's not going to have buttermilk in it. Buttermilk doesn't go in this. We will use butter and we will use milk, but not buttermilk.
I know.
What else are we going to have? So what else is my...
Cheese, bacon.
Cheese, bacon, and then last...
Mashed potatoes.
Potatoes! So I love cheese, bacon, and mashed potatoes. All those carbs from those potatoes. It's okay to eat them in moderation, though. So Taya's going to throw these away for us. Now, you're going to need to boil your potatoes. So I've already boiled our potatoes. So what we're going to do is put them in our lovely KitchenAid mixer. Now, I know y'all have heard me talk about my KitchenAid mixer multiple times. But I love, love, love my mixer. I've had my mixer since about 2004. And so far, I haven't had any issues with it. And we're going to hope that we don't. So if you can see, you may not be able to see. but the steam is still coming off of our potatoes. So I'm going to use a slotted spoon to get them out and put them into the mixer. And y'all know when y'all see this pot cooking, that or this pot coming out of the stove, y'all know something good is gonna be made in it. So usually, you know, that's what I use when I make my collard greens.
Collard greens?
Yes, collard greens. We had collard greens last Sunday, didn't we? And they were yummy.
They're pretty good with cabbage.
They do go really good with cabbage, girl. I love to mix my cabbage and collard greens.
Green beans.
Yeah, they're the best. Well, I don't mix my green beans with them. I might eat the green beans separately.
I do.
No, so I'm not gonna let Taya do this part because this is
dangerous.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous. I don't want her to get burned. And so if you want, I left my peeling on my potatoes because I like the peeling. And I use red potatoes for these. These are actually red organic potatoes. But you can peel them if you don't want the peel. It's totally up to you. I kept the peeling on because I do like the peeling. So we're going to mix or mash or use the mixer to mash the potatoes a little bit. And to this mixture, or to the potatoes, we're going to add butter. We're going to add milk. We're going to add sour cream. And then we're going to put it in a pan. We're going to add cheese to it, cover that up, and let it cook for a little while. And then later we're going to load it with some crumpled up pieces of bacon. So I'm going to put this in here. And make sure it's down. So you want to turn on? Turn on
no.
Put it on one.
You see the steam?
Yes, the steam is coming up. Another thing I love about my KitchenAid mixer is it has this little attachment where you can pour stuff in so it doesn't splash out on you. So we're going to mix this up some.
What you use when you're making a cake and all this? About in the morning, early in the morning.
Yep, this is what I use when I make a cake. So we're going to add 8 ounces of sour cream. And like I said, I'm going to post these ingredients. Yes, ma'am, you can pour it in. I'm going to post the ingredients in the comment section after we conclude our cooking demonstration today. So Taya, all you have to do is pour it in through there. You should just... We are not making nachos. You like to eat sour cream on your nachos?
Be violent.
Not be violent. Just add a little force into it. Let's see.
Or you could just simply use a spoon.
Yeah, we could just simply use a spoon, right?
Instead of being violent.
And we also need a cup of milk. And instead of pulling out my measuring cup, I know that this 8-ounce container is 1 cup. So I'm just going to fill this up with a cup. Yes, we need the whole milk.
You want to get it?
Yes, please. All right.
This one?
Yes,
oh, that is buttermilk. This is
whole milk. We're not using buttermilk. We got to put some butter in here. Yeah, you can put. All right, so this is 8 ounces, which is a cup.
That's a lot.
All right, pour it in there. Yeah, you can be careful, but it's okay if you make a little mess. We got stuff to clean it up. All right, and then we're going to add a stick of butter.
Is butter slimy?
No, it's not slimy.
Cold?
It is cold when it comes out of the refrigerator. And you know, our refrigerator makes stuff really cold, so this was like actually.
It literally makes stuff freeze.
Yeah, it was kind of frozen when I took it out of the refrigerator a little while ago. Alright, so we're going to put this in. And then we're going to turn the mixer back on.
1? Yeah,
try 1, and then we'll see how it does. So we're going to mix this around some.
It's cool.
It is cool. And to that, we need Now, when I use salt, I usually don't use a whole lot of salt. But when I do use salt, I like to use the pink Himalayan sea salt versus table salt because it's a lot better for you. So we're going to add some salt in here. Not a whole lot, just a little. So sprinkle some in. And then we're going to add some pepper. Yes, ma'am, you may. All right, so add pepper. Okay, then we're going to mix it a little bit more.
I can add a lot because I don't want it to be spicy when I eat it.
All right, so all of that is mixed together. And,
Can I be the first sister?
Yeah, we're going to eat it later. And we're going to take this, and now we're going to put it into. They are mashed potatoes. So if you just want mashed potatoes, you can eat them just like this, and they'll be perfectly fine. But we're going to make mashed potato casserole, not just the basic mashed potatoes. So if you want mashed potatoes, you have regular mashed potatoes, but we want mashed potato casserole, and we want to add them. So we're going to add it to a pan.
This one?
Yes, so I'm going to turn the camera again. All right, so Taya's going to put the
Can I do it over here?
just over here. So we're going to put this here, and then Taya's going to dump it in.
Oh, that thing's hot.
Yeah, because the potatoes were hot. So let me hold this for you while you
Just scoop them out?
Yep, just scoop them out. And slide to the side a little bit. All right, scoop them out.
You're supposed to be the camera. There's a lot that I can't see though. Thank you. Do you think that's good? I'm gonna add the extra.
I'll get the rest out. All right, you need the rest? All right, so I'm going to get all the potatoes out. And then we're going to smooth it around like this. So it has the red potato peeling in it. And I love the peeling on a potato. And we're going to top it with cheese. And then we're going to bake it in the oven. And we're going to cover it and bake it in the oven. And then we're going to go back in and when that gets done. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I said my hair got in my eyes.
Oh, okay. And then when this gets done, we're gonna we cooked bacon in the oven.
Wait,
and
casserole
we're going to
is cheesy?
Huh?
Casserole is cheesy.
It is. It's gonna be cheesy.
Casserole?
It is. It is a casserole. And we're actually putting triple cheddar, the crab triple cheddar cheese on top of our
that's the same cheese.
meatloaf. I was going to say meatloaf. Maybe I need to make a meatloaf soon. On top of our mashed potato casserole. So we're going to spread this around. If you want cheese on your meatloaf, you can put it on when it's done. I don't put cheese on my meatloaf when I cook it, but if you want to try it that way, you can.
Have I had your meatloaf?
Yes, you've had my meatloaf plenty of times.
I don't remember.
All right, so we're going to put foil over this, and we're going to bake it in the oven for about 25 minutes. And after 25 minutes, we're going to take it out and we're going to put our bacon crumbles on top of here, and then it will be complete. So I'm going to put this in the oven. Excuse me, Taya. Saw that. We're going to put this in the oven. We're going to bake it for 25 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer for that. So the next thing we're going to do is put our broccoli on. And We're going to actually do two different types of broccoli. So I like broccoli that's cooked on top of the stove, but I also like roasted broccoli. So I'm going to roast some broccoli in the oven, and then I'm also going to cook some on top of the stove. So
are you going to mix them together?
No, we'll eat them separately. Yes, you have roasted broccoli and you've had regular broccoli. So I'm just going to put this pot. I like to get the fresh broccoli, if all possible. And this pack of broccoli came from BJ's. I love their fresh broccoli. So this is what we're going to use for both of our broccoli. So we're just going to put some broccoli in the pan or the pot. And then we're going to add a little salt, put some water in it, and we're going to let it steam for a little while, just until it gets to the desired texture that you like it. Some people like their broccoli to still have like a little crunch to it, but some people like their broccoli to be done. So it's totally up to you how you want your broccoli to be. All right. Then up next, we're going to make our roasted broccoli. And for the roasted broccoli, we're going to put a little bit of olive oil on it. So Taya, if you want to add some olive oil, the roasted broccoli is this one. So just spread it. Yep, go all over. Not that. Okay, that's enough. No, it's okay. Shake it around. So get the. Yeah, shake it around.
Actually, how you do it sounds pretty easy.
Yep. All right, thank you. And then we're going to add a little bit of salt to this, just a tad bit. Okay, and then we're going to get some veggie blend seasoning. So tell you to get the veggie blend seasoning right there. And you're going to show the people at home what it looks like. All right, so this is the, you got to get in front of it. Yeah. This is the veggie blend seasoning, and it came from BJ's, but it's, yeah, so it's the BJ's brand veggie blend seasoning. And I'm going to let Taya put some of that on. So just sprinkle it all over Taya.
Which one?
This with the roasted. Yeah.
Do all the other stuff? Not coming out. It's stuck.
There you go, you got it.
Let's go.
Put it. So I like to use quite a bit of this.
Veggie sauce.
Yeah, it gives it some flavor. And then we're going to add some onion and herb seasoning. This came from Aldi, so it's not expensive. We're just going to add a little bit of that on. And then we're going to put it in the oven. And this will probably need to cook maybe about 20 minutes. We'll give or take. I'll come back and check it and see what it's like. I love to put carrots in my broccoli and roast them that way. That's really yummy. So we're gonna get some of this stuff and straighten it up a little bit, or pour some of this, put some of this stuff away. So just turn my stove on for my broccoli that's on the stove to cook. I think I need to add a little bit more water to that.
Can I add the water?
Yeah. All right, you want to pour that in?
Is there even any water in there? Can I go back?
Pour it in. Yeah.
So it doesn't boil and curtain?
Put a little bit more. And then I'm going to get a top and put on top of that. And then we're going to make our last thing for today.
Which is?
What is the top? Which is, the last thing, well, I'll leave the top off for now.
What does it look like?
It's the one with the little white thing. I don't know.
Me neither.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. So now we're going to make the last thing is, what are we making next, Say? What's the last thing we're going to make? So we're cooking 4 things today, remember? So we made baked chicken already. We've got our mashed potato casserole in the oven.
Broccoli.
We made broccoli. And then the last thing we're going to make is corn. Where are you getting nachos from? Nobody said anything about making nachos. We're going to make
corn and nachos.
We're going to make cornbread.
That's
all right.
Good.
Huh?
Corn and nachos.
Corn and nachos.
Like sweet corn, maybe?
Or
regular corn. I don't know.
I don't know about that. All right, so we're going to make cornbread. Now, to make our cornbread, our main ingredient is some Joy brand cornmeal, which is self-rising. We're going to use this. We're going to use sugar. We're going to use butter and buttermilk. And you can also put egg in your cornbread if you want to. It's optional. I don't always put egg in my cornbread, and I don't think I'm going to use eggs today. So, the first thing I'm going to do is melt some butter in my pan. Now, I love to use my cast iron skillet when I make cornbread, but I'm not today. I'm just going to use an aluminum pan like this, and we're going to put the butter in. So you want to open this up?
Chicken.
You smell the chicken cooking? All right. You don't want to open the butter?
Oh!
Yeah. Come on, assistant. Assistant to the chef. All right. Then we're going to put this in the oven.
For it to melt?
Yeah, for it to melt.
Where are we going to put it? There's no room.
I'm going to turn one of these to the side. Actually, I'm going to pull this. So we're going to let our butter melt for our cornbread. And while that is melting, we're going to start with our...
I forgot I was making cornbread.
You forgot we're making cornbread. So this is one of the first things Taya ever helped me make was cornbread. And she was I don't even think she was 2 years old when she was standing in a chair helping me make cornbread.
Was that one?
And giving all the ingredients. I think you were
How is that such a good topic?
Because we talked to you a whole lot when you were a baby, and we talked to you a lot when you were in my tummy. So you were talked to a lot. Just by talking to you. We just talked. You always heard conversation. You always heard people talking.
No.
Well, of course you wouldn't remember because you were a baby. Okay, so we're going to get our measuring cup, and we're going to pour a cup of. Actually, we're going to do 2 cups of cornmeal. All right. So if you want to purchase a plate, DM me and I'll let you know the cost. All right. Pour it in. And then, excuse me, chef. You got to focus in here in the kitchen, not on the TV, on the film producer. Okay. All right. So we're gonna put 2 cups of buttermilk, and then not buttermilk. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We're gonna add 2 cups of cornmeal, and then we're gonna put sugar. I like sweet cornbread, so I'm not gonna measure my sugar. I'm just going to look and see how much I think should go in there.
But sugar is bad.
Well, it's not the greatest for you, but in cornbread,
it's horrible for you.
But in cornbread, you need a little sugar. Okay.
You're gonna use this again?
No, you can put that in the sink. All right, so our butter is melted, and we're going to pour the melted butter.
Oh, this is a popsicle.
Yeah, all of it didn't melt, but it's okay because it'll mix up in the thing. We're going to pour that in.
Is a big old chunk of butter going?
And then there's more butter left in the pan.
It looks sweet.
And then we're going to add some buttermilk. And you're probably going to want to put about a cup of buttermilk in here.
Can we get a cup?
No, well, you know what? You can get one of those mason jars that I use for my pickles. Yeah. So this is a mason jar, and I use these for my homemade pickles, but it can also serve as a measuring cup because it has the measurements on it. It can also serve as a drinking cup, too. Yeah, well, I'm going to put it in here and you can pour it. So we're going to put like a cup of buttermilk in here.
This by itself?
Some people do drink buttermilk. My great-grandma used to drink buttermilk.
And she wasn't sick?
Nope, Mama used to drink buttermilk.
Grandma?
Mama. That was my great grandma. That was grandma's grandma. We called her Mama.
So she's my great.
She's your great. Alright, so we're going to mix this together. Whoop! It's splashing on me. My bad, sorry.
What's that little popping?
Alright, so after we mix, I'll put it up already. It's okay. So now we're going to add, and I can smell the buttermilk. It smells so yummy. I love buttermilk cornbread. I love buttermilk pancakes, and I love no. And I love buttermilk in my pound cakes because they're yummy. So now we're going to pour a little bit of oil because nobody wants dry cornbread.
That's going to be very wet. Are you going to have vegetable oil?
I already did add some. I had that oil. Alright, so we have that mixed together.
I wonder.
And then we're going to pour this into our pan. And I'm going to let Taya pour this in the pan. You got it?
Looks good. We need scoops it. Where's the scoop?
Just hold on. Wait. Leave it over top of there.
Can I scoop?
No, I'm going to come and help you.
If you pour enough. Wow, there's a lot more.
And we're going to, so some of the butter was still left some of the butter was still left. So it's going to be spread around in there.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Give a shout out to our electrician. Who does our hair?
Miss Whitney?
Yeah, Miss Whitney does our hair. We love Miss Whitney.
I also like the shop.
Twisted Up by Wit. She's the best. All right, so now we're going to take our cornbread and we're going to put it in the oven.
You have
So I'm going to slide this back.
Honestly.
All right, and then we're going to put this in the oven.
Don't burn yourself.
And that will bake for about 20 minutes. So I got all these things cooking in the oven. And we're going to, I'll post a picture after we've plated the food. And today, the last few weeks, we have made dessert. However, this week we are not making dessert, but we're going to give a shout out to someone who made dessert for us. And this shout out, because every week I want to support a local company in our area. And so this week I'm giving a shout out to Robin Miles. And she is the owner and operator of B&T Desserts. Now, I've had many of her things, but I'm going to tell you by far, my favorite item of hers is the butter pecan cheesecake. I absolutely love it. Taya got Oreo cheesecake. And then we've also had, girl, why are you here sitting with it? We've also had her strawberry cheesecake is amazing. I love her strawberry cheesecake when she uses the golden Oreo crust. She is amazing. She's on Facebook and she's also on Instagram. So she takes orders. You have to inbox her and then you just have to, wait for her response. She stays booked, but it's like her stuff, I'm telling you, her cheesecakes are the bomb. So be sure to check out Robin Miles and B&T cheesecakes. So if you are a local business owner and you would like to be shouted out on our show, just inbox me, DM me, let me know. I thank you so much. Because we're gonna, we're all in this together. We all need help. We all have to support one another. So I'm gonna always support my girl Robin. And I'm gonna tear this cheesecake up after a while. I'm gonna get a good workout in at the gym though, because I'm gonna need it after this. So once again, I know it smells good in here, but I know it's hot. It really is hot. So you do get hot when you cook. So we want to thank you so much for tuning in today. We greatly appreciate it. I'm going to post pictures in the comment section and on Facebook and Instagram so you can see what our meal looks like when it's prepared. Also want to remind you to be sure to pre-order your Can I Help You Cook box. They are $30. They come with both Can I Help You Cook books. They come with the Can I Help You Cook apron that our lovely model has. This is her very own apron. So this isn't the one that's in the box. She has her very own. So it comes with a Can I Help You Cook apron as well as a chef's hat. And you'll get cooking utensils. It'll also come with recipe cards. Be sure to... This is yours. Yes, ma'am. Yay. Yes. Be sure to like and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, go to YouTube, and subscribe and share. We greatly appreciate all of your support. And we're going to throw down today on our baked chicken, our broccoli, our mashed potato casserole, and our buttermilk cornbread. We'll definitely let you know how it all turned out. Thank you, and be sure to tune in next week at 2.
Bye. Wait, it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Bye.